Okay guys, I'm just coming back today to show you guys how to find the VATS key code to your key if it's an older car, because these chips, like I said before, will give out. These chips right here, when you stick them in your ignition, these are actually what's read. So what I did is I went out and I bought a multimeter. Once again, a multimeter. If you look right here at 2K is where you want to set your multimeter. 2K is where you want to set your multimeter. You'll see that it will have right here where the little knob is pointing. I just want to show you guys how to find your key code. Even if you ordering a bypass VATS, you will still need to do this. So I just wanted to show you guys is I have it on 2K, and you'll see a little arrow with a line. That's where you want to set your multimeter to do your key read. So what I did is I'm going to set this back down. What I'm doing is you can see on the screen there, and you can see my key right here. I got my key holding up in a pair of vice grips. That way it makes it easier. Otherwise you would need two people to hold your key while you do the reading. So I just came up with the little vice grip. So what I'm gonna do is you just touch, it doesn't matter which way you touch your leads, but where you want to touch your leads is on this little part right here on both sides. You want to make sure that you only touching the metal in the center. If that's how you're going to get your key reading to tell you what's the resistance of that key. So what I'm going to do is you'll see it's at 1 point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two little testers here, a positive and a negative. That's what that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch each side of the key with one of the resistors, and you should see a reading come. Okay guys, so the reading on the VATS resistance in this key is 1.466. Now they do make a chart that you can print online, but you'll still have to do this part. So I just took it off. So I'm gonna bring it so you can actually, I'm gonna move this here. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So that's the key right there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So all I'm gonna do is take one side, put it to that key, and the other side to that key. Let's see. You have to make sure that you're not touching any metal. So you see the reading come up. So the reading on this key is 1466. So that's how you will find your resistance in your key. So what you'll want to do is after you find your resistance, just remember your resistance. So it was 1.66. You can be within a couple ranges off. You don't have to, when you do your resistance, you don't have to put your resistance right to it. You can be within 5 or maybe 6 of the key resistance. So now what we're gonna do is just to show you this, how you get your resistance. So you know your resistance. So you're looking for, when you look at these, each one of these, it have a resistance on it. So you got 100K. You got 20. So you're looking for something that's going to round up. You want to be close to your resistance. That's 1 milli. You don't want milli because you did it in K. So if you look here, that's 470K, okay? So we need it to be at 1.466. So I may use that one. So you don't want that one. We don't want that one. We want 1K. And I'm going to show you how to do that also. So we're going to take this. So we're going to use this. And I'm going to use one of these. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little resistor right here. This resistor. And I'm using a 470. Okay. I used a 470. Okay. I used a 470. Okay. And I used a 100. Okay. So what the only thing that I'm doing is I'm gonna make sure that they flowing in the same direction. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna take these two and I'm going to twist them together so I can find the resistance in this. Like I say, the resistance of that key was 1.466, and all I'm doing is just twisting these two resistors together. Okay, so as you can see, I twisted those two resistors together. So now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna show you when I touch each side. When I touch each side, I should get a resisted reading. Now when you're doing the resistors, when I got to find what resistors I need, because I want to be right at 1.66. So I got to find the resistance. So that's what I'm looking for right now, is the resistance on this. Can't find it there. Let's go back here. No resistance. No resistance. Try to keep you guys with me while I do this. It's kind of hard. So I'm still not getting a resistance reading. Still not getting a resistance. Sometimes it's easy, but you just have to know your, let's try this. So I'm actually off on this one. I'm actually off on this one, but I needed to be within, I needed 1.466. So I'm off on this one. So bear with me while I find the right resistance. And all I'm doing, guys, is just touching this with the two little red things, okay? So that was the wrong resistance. I was at, this was, let's do this again, because I might just be able to add a third one. So that one is not right. It's not right. So we're going to go back to, that's milli. See if we can do it this way. It takes a little while to find the right resistance. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm just going to find the right resistance. That's 100 thou. So what what we're gonna do, we're gonna look, this is 2.2K, that's 10. And these little packs come with the numbers on them. So if I use 47, I'm gonna try 47, guys. I'm gonna try 47K. So we're gonna try 47. I just want to do one more reading on this before I actually break this apart. It's not that one. Let's try it this way. It's not that one. So I'm gonna set this down to 200 milli. Let's try it. I'm just doing a couple tests, guys, so I can show you. Just doing a couple tests. It might. 1, 2. Let's try that one. Not that one. So right there, I'm at 348. So we're gonna try to, I'm gonna use this one. I'm just doing a little test. Maybe I'll find it, maybe I won't. So I'm using a 47K, okay? That's the resistance. So I'm gonna take this one, and the only thing I'm doing, guys, is I'm just taking these and hook them together until I come up with the close to 1.466. But I just wanted the biggest side always flows, is what I usually do. So what I'm doing is I am just taking this and adding this one to the other two that I had, just so you can see. So now I got 3. If you count the little loops there, I got 3 of them there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see what this resistance is. Like I need to be right about 1.466. So I'm gonna see what this resistance gonna be. So let's see. So I'm seeing it off. So I'm still looking for the resistance, guys. So still yet, my resistance is not there. Let's go up to 220 mil. So guys, I need it to be at around, these are what I'm touching, okay? I'm just touching these little things that I made here. So you already see that there's 1 point, and so if I touch the other side here to this, it will give me resistance. So right there, that is close enough. That will start your car. That will start your car, because as long as I'm not shaking, that will start your car right there. Like I say, you can be a couple points off. You don't have to be exact. But this is how you find the resistance to your key. So once again, if you look where I have it set, so I can get the resistance of this of the wires that I put together, that is real close. So most of the ones that I have, so that is 3.78. You add a thou in front of that decimal, because if I move this, it comes there. So there's a thou in front of that. Okay? But guys, that's how you would find your key resistance. Anybody that have an old key, you can bypass it, or you can buy a VATS bypass system for most of the old cars. But this right here, I even tried cleaning that with an eraser on both sides. On both sides, I tried cleaning it with an eraser. It didn't work. So what happened is there's resistance in here that when you put the key in the ignition, it reads to tell your car, okay, it's okay to start. Ain't nobody stealing it. But you could bypass this. Like I say, you just use a couple of resistors. Use a couple of resistors like I did. I put a couple of resistors together. And let me tell you something. Guys, it works. This is what I did in the Corvette. The security light flashes on the dash. I even tried putting the key in and letting it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. I put the key in, turned it, let the key sit in there, and nothing happened. But like I say, what you guys can do is get yourself a multimeter. Where I found my key resistance is I went right here. It's where I found the key resistance. Let me just try one other thing here. That's how I found my key resistance, was through that. Like I say, I didn't get, when you look here, my key read 1.466. All keys don't have the same resistance. So what I'm gonna show you is that what the key resistance was again. You just touch one side on one side of the key on that little metal, and you touch the other side. And that's how I found my key resistance. You just be straight as you can. 1.466 is the key resistance. So that's the resistance that needs to read in your car in order for your car to start. So you could change this. Like I say, guys, you can do a lot of this stuff yourself. And if you have questions, I don't mind answering just the key resistance again. It comes up the same thing, 1.466. So I wanted to show you guys that was the key resistance. That was me touching both sides of the key. And like I say, all you do is order yourself one of these kits right here. If you look inside of here, it'll tell you the value, like what the percentage is. Just look at here. I want to show you guys this. It shows you like all the different sizes. It tells you the black band. It tells you the brown band. It tells you pretty much a lot of stuff here. And when you come over here, it gives you all the resistors that's in the pack. It tells you how many you got in each pack. Guys, I recommend getting one of these to keep on hand. You can also use this on refrigerators, stoves, a lot of stuff you can use these resistors on. So guys, pick yourself up a pack. And as always, thank you for watching my channel. I will be bringing new stuff on things that people may not know, how to fix simple problems with their car. If the key doesn't work and you know it's the right key, like I say, when those resistors, that's the resistor right there, that little black part on both sides of the key, when that resistor go bad, your car not gonna start. But I bet you once you go up under that dash and you cut that wire and you add those resistors, you'll see that security light go off and your car gonna start right up. I'm telling you, your car gonna start right up. As you can see, the ones with the orange band, the multiplier, if you look at that orange band right there, so all you're doing is once you read your key resistance, you're looking at which one. So you want the one with the orange band. The orange bands tell you that that's 1,000. That's what you want. That's what the multiplier. So you see it, if you look under the multiplier, and it shows you little samples up there of one of the resistors. It tells you what the first digit is. It tells you what the second digit is. It tells you what the third digit is. It tells you what the fourth digit is. And then if you look all the way to the end, it tells you what the tolerance is. Now, when they say tolerance, that means that you can be within that. So if my thing was a 1.466, that means that my tolerance that I would use for the 1,000, there isn't any. But when you look up the other one, at the other ones there, it'll tell you if you look at the tolerance. But as long as you come within, if you look over here, those are, you see how I say 1%, 1%, 1%? You can be within 1 to 2, maybe 3% of the tolerance. So let's say if your key resistance, is 1.66, and I know that my tolerance is 1 to 3, I can be within, off by 5. So if my tolerance is 1.466, that means that I can probably drop down to a 1.465, and it will work. The tolerance will work. That's why they give you a tolerance, which means that it's a little tolerance that they give you to play with. But guys, I'll be coming back with more. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and stay blessed. If I don't come back with another video before Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's, I want you guys to have a blessed holiday, and stay healthy, please. As always, thanking you for watching my channel. Have a nice day. As always, bye.